Hi everybody, happy Sunday, and here I am in all my glory with no sunglasses. I um I recorded a video earlier for you guys, but because my data, my gigabytes on my phone were full, it kind of cut it off midstream, so I'm making another one. I figure since Oracle had the guts and was brave enough to show his face, then I took my glasses off and here's my clear glasses. My prescription, my sunglasses are actually prescription, and you'll see a lot of that just because when I record in the afternoon, I'm outside and I need those. Um, what I want to share with you guys is a phone call that I had with Dan from Crypto Farm 7 with a few more explanations as to how masternodes work and what I'm going to be doing in the months coming forward. Hopefully the price of Bitcoin is going to go up from the $99,000 level that it's at now into the $11,000 or $12,000 range, which will make it shorter for me as far as scraping together the amount of Bitcoin I need or the dollars that I need to invest in masternodes with Crypto Farm 7. The reason I'm doing this, and I'll be very honest with all of you, I'm nothing but honest. Mining has never failed me. Mining has always been, well, let me back up. Legitimate mining, okay, let me clarify. Legitimate mining contracts with reputable companies has never let me down. I have been scammed by companies claiming to sell hash power and then basically just taking your money and running. Hash Ocean was the first. The second one I got involved in, if I can remember, I'll try. I believe it was, gosh, bitincome.com, I want to say. Lost about $400 there. They made some big promises like Oracle has shared with us in the past. They give these bonuses and hey, 20 more percent, da da da, and then they take off. So I got suckered in by Hash Ocean and bitincome.com. So my plan was to stick with Genesis and Hashflare because they're both very reputable companies that have been around for a long time. Genesis being one of the first, which is where I started, and then Hashflare is actually owned and operated by Hashcoins, which has been around from the inception of Bitcoin. If you read any of the books that are written about the evolution of the technology and the evolution of Bitcoin, you'll find them mentioned, okay? They've been around since pretty early days. I would recommend the book to you, Digital Gold. You can get it on audible.com. That's how I stumbled across it. It has a wealth of information dating previously to Mt. Gox and what happened when it, everything that happened with Satoshi and Andreessen and how Bitcoin evolved from the early days to where it's at today, pretty much. It touches on Ross Ulbricht, or I think that's right. No, it's not Ulbricht. Ulrich, I think it is. He's in prison right now for life sentences. The other thing that you should know about him, his attorneys put together a petition to the United States Supreme Court for his freedom, or at least a retrial or something, because if you read the transcripts from his court hearings and everything they did, he was prosecuted and convicted of stuff that didn't actually even happen, which is actually absolutely crazy. If you're a constitutionalist, you should care very much so about this case. So his attorneys have petitioned the United States Supreme Court. They have yet to rule as to whether or not they will take up the case and even hear it, which, think about that, guys. Think about it as if it was you. You are in prison for 2 life terms and nobody will listen to you. It's like the fix is in. It's terrible. I understand what the judge did and why she did it, but it so goes against everything that is American. It's not even funny. So I'm watching very closely to hear whether they reject it or will hear it or what have you. There's a really cool website called UnitedStatesSupremeCourt.com, and you actually can listen to the audio from the actual cases that are presented at the Supreme Court, which is, for me, it's really fascinating. Not everybody probably will be drawn to that, but I pay close attention to the United States Supreme Court because of the fact they're pretty much the last word on a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm sorry, I digressed. Let me get back to the master nodes and my conversation with Dan today. So I called Dan because I wanted to kind of know about, what happens when the master node that you've started is no longer profitable, or it's the difficulty level is at such a high place that it doesn't make sense to keep mining that coin. Go someplace that's a little easier. So what he indicated to me was that, let's say you invest $3,000 with them, and they might dish that out amongst different master nodes. It's kind of like spreading peanut butter and jelly, right? They're not going to sink it all into one particular master node. While they could, that's not what he reiterated to me. So you may have 1,000 in one master node, 1,000 in another, etc. If the value, let's take $1,000. If I invest $1,000 and they put it into a master node that costs them 3,000, then I am a 30%. I have a 30% stake in that master node, and that's how my payouts, or that's what my payouts are based upon. Okay. Once the coin or the token starts to become too much of a difficulty to mine, they'll make a decision to sell the coins, give everybody their money, however it should be proportioned out, and then you have the opportunity to, hey, I want to participate in another master node. So what I love about this is it's in perpetuity. It's not just an annual contract and then you're out, or you got to buy more hash power or whatever. You participate in a master node, you let it run its course, you get out, and you get into another one. Wash, rinse, repeat. Does it sound familiar? I think you guys can identify with this. So again, please, please, please Google Crypto Farm 7. Check out their website, all right? Place in the comments any questions you have of me. I have a direct connection right now with Dan, who is one of their major players, or partners, I guess you could say. And I can try to answer any questions for you, or if you're interested in getting on board, let me know. I will see if I can work together some sort of group deal. Like right now, I am tapped out for funds to invest in anything new. I put approximately $1,300 worth of Bitcoin into the ICOs that were invested in. Monex, Bitfinite, Crisios, BitAI, and Thorncoin. So I have 5 right now. I am actually taking funds out of Thorn. I'm squirreling away my Bitcoin so that I can come up with $3,000 worth of Bitcoin to get into the masternode scene. I can't stress enough how the masternodes are at the top of the food chain, okay? They're at the top of the food chain. You sit back and it pays you, okay? They have never ever had to sell a masternode at a loss because things turned the wrong direction, okay? So remember that. Also, do your due diligence on masternodes so you can kind of understand from a technical perspective what their function is and what their purpose is and how they work. And that will help you to understand what they're doing. I'm very thankful for the people that are subscribed and that are watching. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I feel a trust to a degree. I always want you to make your own decisions, but I feel somewhat of a trust between myself and the people that have commented. Gems, Crypto Mom, which I haven't been able to communicate with lately. She's kind of dropped off the radar, which is okay. She's got a family like the rest of us, and Bitcoin is not our life, right? We've got other things going on. So anyhow, check out Crypto Farm 7. Put something in the comments that might indicate to me that you're interested in participating, because quite frankly, it turns my stomach that I gotta wait 4 months before I have enough money to jump in. And maybe, and this just crossed my mind in the last few hours, perhaps wolves that like this idea would want to get involved, and we can pool our resources to the point where we could come up with the $3,000 to be a participant, and there would be 3 individual wallets or 4 individual wallets, for example, that could get paid out to. I don't know if that's even possible. I'm just thinking about it because I don't want to. Now, you might say this is FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. But when I talked to Dan today, I told him very straight up, it's going to be about 4 to 5 months from now that I will actually have enough Bitcoin to meet the minimum. Okay. And his answer to me was, hey, no worries, you miss out if you don't get in on the boat on these. 4 months from now, we're going to have other tokens that we're looking at, that we're starting master nodes with. And this is a concept in perpetuity: wash, rinse, repeat. Okay. I don't care what the coins actually maybe necessarily do. They are utility tokens. Whatever they're getting involved in, they're researching, and they're going to fit into this SEC model, right? We don't want to get shut down. We just don't. So please put in the comments whether or not you're interested in pooling. I'm not exactly sure how that would work or how we could structure that, but I'm open to examining it and maybe coming up with a method that works for all of us, right? So anyhow, it's a Sunday. This is what I could do for you guys. I'm super, super excited about masternodes. They're not going away, and these guys are the real deal. Here's one more thing before I sign off. Dan told me, I asked Dan, because I told him I can't go to Missouri to see it, feel it, touch it. Please send me video. Please send me photographs of your rigs and what you guys got going on. When that does, in fact, come to fruition, you tell me in the comments you're interested. I will forward you the photos and the video that he sends me so you guys can see it for yourself. Okay, I'm, for one, totally tired of getting scammed. Okay, and I personally am running out of time. August, my contracts with Hashfloor expire, and I don't want to just keep throwing money into something every year that I have to continually renew, right? I think masternodes is the way to go. So please research them for yourself. Put in the comments whether or not you're interested in getting into some type of pool so that we can meet that minimum, or say, hey, no thank you. I'm going to scrape all the Bitcoin together I can to get into this. This is what I'm doing. Masternodes are not going away. Every new coin, every new white paper, they want to mine, they need this, right? It's not a flash in the pan. So anyhow, I'm going to stop here because it's about 13 minutes almost. And hey, welcome to my real face without sunglasses. Have a great rest of your Sunday. I look forward to sharing more with you next week. This is the mayor of Cryptoville out.